Okay, friends, we are going to start here by going to the locks and codes to backpack. This is one of the links that is in the step 2 here, locks and codes to backpack. So the first thing you're probably going to want to do is you're probably going to want to scroll down to some of them that are near the bottom. Some of these that are ones that students have added later on, but some of the ones you might want to use is a hint button. That's very useful. If you're using something with computers, you might want to use the binary sprite. Some of these don't look like what they are anymore, but this is the one with Frank in it. There's one here for Morse code. There's a radio sprite. So I'm going to go ahead and open up one of these. I'm going to start with this radio sprite because this one's really useful. Okay. I'm going to go to the inside, and the first thing you're going to do is, if you like this code, or if you think this is going to work for you in some way, you're going to want to backpack it. So you want to make sure that, first of all, you are logged in or the backpack will not work. And the backpack is down here at the bottom, and mine is full of all kinds of junk, but yours is probably empty at this point. Every once in a while you should go through and clean yours out. I'm not going to do that right now while I'm making the video, but I definitely need to do that. So if I want this sprite, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over into my backpack. Okay. And then I'm going to come into my escape room. Okay. And let's say, and again, this is my escape room here. Let's say I didn't have this in there already. What I would do, and I know this is kind of being blocked here by the thing there, but I would drag this over into my sprites. Okay. So did it come over there? I don't know if it did or not. Let's try that one more time. I'm going to put this over into my sprites. Let's see if that worked. Okay, there it goes. All right, so now I've got the second radio here, okay? If you take a look here, it says when backdrop switches to room 1. This is the code that was existing, and I can change this in any way. For example, first of all, if I want to change this to something else, I don't like the idea of it being a radio, I can go in here and I can choose a different costume of anything, and I can make it into anything. So I could make this into, let's see, I can make it into an animal, a bat. Okay. So now if I choose this sprite, the radio now becomes a bat. I could actually get rid of these costumes entirely. Okay. It still says radio 2 here. And when I come into my code, all right, he's going to have the same information that, that the radio had before. Now, this isn't going to work in my, project unless I change some of these things. So I want to make sure that this is hidden when it comes in, but when backdrop switches to, I think this is bedroom 3, then he'll show up. So now I've got my project starting, and I've got my story, and then it comes in here. Now again, the original radio I'd already had in my project, but here I can take
5,
it
7, 9, 2, 3.
And I can switch this to whatever code I want. And it could spell a word, like it could spell B, A, T, S, okay, or whatever I want, okay?
B, A, T, S, 3.
Okay, I didn't take that 3 out. All right, so that's how that would work with some of those sprites. I'm going to do another one here in just a second, but I'm going to pause the video. Another really useful one, and again, I wish they were showing up here. They're showing up as the background, which is kind of silly, but hopefully I probably can fix them later so that they show up correctly. But anyways, tell me the password or basic keypad. They both kind of work the same in the same way. So I'm going to click on tell me the password. This is the one with Frank in there that I probably showed you last week. We can also look at it as if, all right, there it is, as if it's the keypad. But basically, this acts as a gatekeeper. So if I want to use this, again, before I change anything, I'm going to come on over. I'm going to put it into my backpack. I'm going to bring it into my project. And when I did it before, I actually brought it into my project. Here's Frank. And you can see, I'm going to get rid of him in just a second. I already did that, but when I did it here, I changed Frank's picture to be the parrot here. Okay, so this acts in much the same way that Frank does. All right, it tells the story. I click on Frank. He says, tell me the password. I don't know the password yet, So I'm just going to put yes. All right. But that's there to help. All right. So let's go through this a little bit more closely. I'm going to click on things. The balloon is a distractor. It does nothing. Okay. The computer
does not compute.
The computer, another distractor. It tells nothing. There is a letter here. There's a big long clue. It takes a really long time to read. Okay. You can already see the answer right here, but that gives me the clue to get to silver, okay, as the answer. I can also click on hint, and this is another hint that goes along with that same thing. All that glitters is not gold. So again, my answer for this is going to be silver, and it takes me to the next page, okay? So that's kind of what you're trying to do. I'm gonna pause here and show you the other one that I have. All right, this one's a bedroom here. So you can say, it's basically saying your mom made you clean your room again. You're finding some weird stuff, some gadgets in here. What are you going to do? What's going to happen next? I haven't actually finished this one, so I don't know what's going to happen. But in here, we've got a lot of things. This radio doesn't work. This computer
does not compute.
Again, you could make the computer say something important, but this one just says does not compute. The balloon does nothing. This could pop and it could have a clue inside. I believe that in the studio, there might be one like that that does that. Tell me the password. I don't know the password yet. I'm just going to put in 122, not the correct answer. Here's my bat that I put in a few minutes ago. That is not the right answer because, of course, I just put that in. But
2 1 2 1.
All right, that probably is my code unless I switched it for some reason. 2121, and it moves on to the next page. All right, so this is the idea of what we're trying to do. When you bring those sprites in, however, please make sure that you check, all right, that you hide them when they first come in. You also want to hide them when it goes to the next page. So when backdrop switches to this is Arctic, right? Then I want to make sure that I hide it as well. So we're always showing our sprites on the correct page, and we're hiding this.
BATS3.
We're hiding it when it gets to the correct space. So that's a constant thing that you keep doing. All right. Hopefully this video gives you some help. I will be around to help as well.